In this lesson, we're going to learn the double palm downward block in L stance. So previously, if you recall, we have done single palm downward block. We simply called it palm downward block. Both hands up together, and then one hand doing the blocking. This time, we're going to do exactly that same motion initially. Both hands up together, but this time when we come down, we're blocking with both hands. And the hand position on this block, like with any block, is critical. So here, the original hand, if you were doing single palm downward block, it's out in front of your body like this. Palm facing down, fingers pointing out to the side. This time, instead of this hand being back, this hand is in close. So again, both arms are bent. This hand is brought closer to the body and fingers pointing the opposite direction. So this hand, fingers pointing that way. The close hand, the one closest to my body, fingers pointing the opposite direction. And if you look, the hands are not tight together like this. They're not spaced ridiculously far apart, but there is a gap in between. The hands are otherwise in line. So I want you to see this in the video when you're looking at it straight on. The hands are not like this. The hands are not like this. These two hands are otherwise in line with each other. But there is a space between them. They're not smushed together like this, but also not ridiculously far apart. So from here, this hand out, the hand that's farthest away from you is going to be the same arm as the leg that's in front. So right leg in front, right arm farthest away from you. My left leg is back, so it's my left hand that is closest to me. This one, just like a shock absorber, same as before, you're going to bring your body weight up and then lower yourself down like a shock absorber and kind of bounce when you do this block. So block and come back up. So from here, just like this. Down and kind of bounce when you do this block. Both hands have to finish simultaneously. Both hands are going to be blocking, what is presumably, let's say, an attacking leg. So for example, if this is a side kick, so your opponent is coming in and they're kicking with a side kick, you would most likely perform this with a backward step to get away from the kick, and then from here, swat the leg down at the same time. So both hands swatting down on the leg. If this was a front snap kick, hypothetically, again, you might want to step back. One hand might be blocking up closer to the knee, and the other one blocking down on the shin to absorb and take the force out of the front snap kick. So looking at it from the side, so again, both arms up together, and then both hands coming down. And we often practice this technique going backwards as well. So we're going to do it going forwards and backwards in this video instead of turning around. So from here, L stance, double palm downward block. 2, 3. Now backwards. 2, 3. Good. And again, when you finish, making sure that those hands are finishing in front of you here. Not way out to the side, not over here. You're protecting your front. So your arms, your hands have to be here when you're doing this technique. So that is, oh, and advantages of double palm downward block, obviously 2 hands instead of 1. So you have more blocking power, more force with this. Of course, you're fully committed to the block. So you've lowered both of your hands. So whereas previously we blocked and maybe we had another hand up here for something else, we're fully committed to this block. So you get extra strength, extra blocking force, extra security having 2 hands instead of 1, but you're fully committed to that block now. So if something comes up high, you've committed to blocking down here. So keep that in mind. There's always pros and cons with every block. So there's advantages and there's disadvantages to each block. But that is double palm downward block in L stance.